Now, when you are moving to Canada for the first time with your business, this is something that I right off the bat, talk about it during my consultations. This is probably the number one thing I ask them is what's the size of your company, and then the next is what's your revenues. What's your profit? And what some people do is because they don't want to pay taxes, they show, even if they're running their business for the past 4, 5, 6 years, they show sort of losses year after year after year, right? That may not work very well for an ICT. So if you're showing losses, although they predominantly look at just the revenues and not the losses, not the profit, I think overall they do look at the whole financials of the company and not just the revenues. So keep that in mind. So if you are back to back showing losses year after year after year, I mean, some losses I think we can justify, especially during the COVID time if you had some losses, but we are sitting in 2024. So you're looking at least 2022 and 2023, 2 years of financials before applying for your ICT if you're considering it now. And we need the financials to be, I'm not talking about super duper strong, but at least not back to back, losses. That's the losses side, right? The next is a lot of people, when I do consultations with them, they say, oh, yeah, absolutely, 150, 200,000, not a problem, 500,000, not a problem. But then when it actually comes to giving me bank statements to prove that you actually have the funds, liquidity is the king over here, right? So you can have all your money stuck in assets, you can have all your money stuck in the business itself, but you need operating income, right? You need liquidity. So you need to have, even if it's your personal funds, your fixed deposits, your mutual funds, your stocks, bonds, whatever it is, it should be able to, you should be able to sell it easily to show liquid funds, right? Now, why is this important? This is important because coming to a new country and setting up a business is extremely expensive, right? You need to have money for yourself and your family, first of all. And cost of living is not cheap here. Now, again, depending on where you go in Canada, again, remember, outside of the core. And secondly, you need money to operate your business. So for all of this, if we are stating something in the business plan, we need to be absolutely sure that we have the bank statements to prove exactly what we're saying. So if you're saying that you're going to be investing 500,000, make sure you show me documents that has 500,000. And a lot of my clients tell me, Priya, but I don't have money sitting in my account. I use it for this. All that stuff I understand. Nobody has 500,000 sitting in their account. But all I'm saying to you is if you are thinking of ICT, IRCC thinks like in a one-track sort of mentality, right? They assess files in a specific way. So you need to show them documents that they understand in that specific way. And what is that specific way? It's to really stipulate, line by line, like you're explaining to a 2-year-old. Look, these people have so much fixed deposits. These people have so much mutual funds, stocks, bonds. You add up all of that, it comes to 500,000. I cannot say, well, they have this amazing looking property by the sea and that's 500,000 worth. Well, that's not, it's going to be difficult to sell a property and liquidate, so that will not be counted. Next is we have to segregate business funds and personal funds, right? So personal funds, I always say the best place to look at is the proof of funds for even express entry. You can use that for your personal. So you can say, look, even for express entry, only 25,000 or 26,000 is needed, or whatever that number is for a family of 4. I'm showing 30,000, and that's good enough, right? But most of my clients, they show much more than that. But occasionally some client come our way saying, look, we have got family that we're going to live with. We have got friends, who's going to sort of let us live there with them for free. Can we just come there? We'll somehow manage. It doesn't work, right? You have to show that you have the funds. Yeah, your family is helping you. Your friends are helping you. Great. I'm very happy for you. But you need to show funds to be able to enter Canada, because if you don't have that, then you're under financial means you're going to be, inadmissible into Canada, right? So a couple of things. We have to show that you have the funds when you do the application. And when you actually fly here, you have to have at least a money order for your personal expenses. And then when you open a business bank account and everything, you can move your funds from your home country into your bank account here in Canada. So I hope that was helpful. Just keep this in mind.